Hi there, my name is Tori. I'm a yoga teacher and I'm just recovering from ACL and meniscus repair. I'm about 4 weeks post-op right now, and these yoga practice series that I'm putting together are a way for you to help bring movement back into your routine after recovering from all sorts of knee injuries and operations. I have to say I am not a doctor nor am I a physical therapist, so it's important you always talk with those people in your rehab process. Again, I'm just a yoga teacher here doing what I've worked with my physical therapist and know it's safe for my body, but talk to your healthcare professionals and always be in tune with your body. Thanks. All right, we're gonna start today's practice on our back and make sure you have your strap handy. Other props that might be useful are gonna include a bolster or a pillow and your blocks. Also, I'm going to be having my knee brace accessible to me as well. I'll be using it on and off throughout the practice today. So let's get comfortable lying down on your back on your mat. If it's helpful, comfortable to you, maybe you place your block under your surgical knee. For me, that's my right knee. Take a moment to lie down on your mat and just allow your body to sink down, noticing the weight of your body and noticing everywhere making contact with the mat. Bring your awareness into your breath and begin deepening your breath, filling up your lungs to their full capacity, breathing in through your diaphragm, rib cage, chest. Exhale out, chest, rib cage, diaphragm. Inhale, diaphragm, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, diaphragm. Inhale, diaphragm, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, diaphragm. Take 2 more breaths in your own time. And then just take a moment to notice any tightness in your body, any stiffness, any fatigue, or maybe you're feeling really energetic now, which is also totally great. Begin to flutter your eyes open, wiggle your fingers and toes. And we're gonna start off our practice warming up our surgical knee. For me, it's a bit stiff always in the morning, so we're gonna start off with warming it up. This has been one of the most important parts of my recovery from my ACL operation is just bring the range of motion. I'm 4 weeks post-op right now, so I'm feeling pretty good about my range of motion. And today's practice is really for those who are able to bring it to a 90-degree bend pretty comfortably. So to get us warmed up, we're gonna bring the strap around our surgical leg. For me, that's my right leg, lying back on the mat. And we're just gonna do a couple rounds of our heel slides. So inhale, bringing the knee up. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, sliding the heel back down. Inhale, slide up. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slide out. You might notice that the first round is a bit more tight and stiff. Bring your leg up. And that's absolutely fine. There's always going to be some stiffness, but we're working up to increasing the range of motion. Exhale, slide back down. Inhale, slide up. I've been working to about 60 to 70% discomfort. This is something I talked to my physical therapist about. And we do really want to be increasing the range of motion, but obviously we don't want any jolting electric pains. Just some slight discomfort, trying to work away that scar tissue. Exhale, slide out one more time. Inhale, slide in. If you're not bringing any stress into it, that scar tissue is not going to go away. It's really important to get that range of motion back in the first few weeks post-op. Exhale, slide back down. All right, we're going to take 1 more round here, and then we'll get moving on into our practice now that we've got our surgical knee a bit warmed up. And exhale, slide back down. Come into a seated position and we're gonna get our brace on now. So take your time getting this on. And we are going to have it not extended in today's practice since we're a bit further on and beginning to build some strength back into our legs. So if you're at a stage where your physical therapist is still recommending you to keep the brace extended, today's practice is not for you. Have a look at some of my other videos where we are keeping our leg in an extended locked position of the brace. All right, I've got my brace on and it's in full mobility now. So we're going to come into the mat and bring our feet flat on the mat. So as again, we need to have good mobility within our knee at this point, to 90 degrees at least, or more if you're feeling comfortable with that. So I've got my feet here flat on the mat. Bring your hands down next to your hips, and we're going to really first notice everywhere making contact with the mat. So feel all 10 of your toes making contact all the way through your feet into your heels, your hands, your hips, and your shoulders. Inhale, and we're going to press through our feet, lifting up into bridge pose. Make any slight adjustments you need to with your feet. And while we're here, it's really important, especially post-op, to make sure our knees are in line with our feet. So we're not letting them fall out wide. Knees come in line. If this is difficult for you, take a block and bring the block underneath your sacrum, coming into a more restorative version of bridge pose. If you're wanting a bit more dynamic practice today, keep the block away, lifting the heels up and squeezing through your quad muscles and your glutes to begin activating the muscles in the legs. Exhale, we slowly come back down onto the mat. Bring your knees up to your chest, keeping a longer bend in your knees, and we're going to rock side to side. Feet come back down onto the mat, getting nice and comfortable, feeling the grip from your heels to your toes in the mat. Hands come down beside your hips, and inhale, press back up into bridge. Option again to use the block for support underneath, or maybe this time you lace your fingers underneath your hips, shuffle your shoulders under, and really press up through your hips, strengthening the quads and opening up the front body. One more breath here. Release the bind of your hands and slowly come back down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Give yourself a moment to bring your spine back to a neutral position. Option to stay here, or maybe we bring some gentle windshield wipers side to side here, noticing how this feels for your knee, if you feel like you've got enough support. If not, just keep your legs up or come into a slight curl. Prepare for our last bridge now, feet planted firmly on the ground, hands next to hips. Inhale, press back up into bridge. Option to lace your fingers under, opening up the chest and the front body. 2 more breaths here. Slowly release back down onto the mat. And bring your knees up to your chest, giving yourself a hug. Rock side to side. And then bring your feet back down onto the mat and lie them out long in front of you, using the bolster or blocks underneath your knee for support if you need it here. Inhale, we bring our arms up above our head, lace your fingertips up above your head, and press up, toes pushing away from you, lengthening the body. Exhale, press your hands down towards your hips. Inhale, reach up, lace your fingers. Exhale, press down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press down. Bring your knees up towards your chest with whatever bend feels right for you right now. We're going to rock along our spine, coming into a seated position, feet on the mat. Hands come down next to hips. Feet, again, pressing into the mat. Feel all the contact points of the mat. And inhale, lift your hips, coming into a reverse tabletop. Chin keeps tucked down into your chest. Gaze over your knees, noticing that your knees are in line with your feet. Embrace the core work we're getting in here, activating the quad muscles and the glutes. One more breath. And exhale, hips come back down. Bring your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, arms come up above our head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. If you need a bit of extra length here, you can always use your strap around your feet. And again, here we're starting to open up the back of our legs, which can get tight post-op as well, opening up the calves and the hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more breath, and we slowly come back up to a seated position. Plant your feet on the mat, and we're gonna come and begin activating our core a little bit here, bring some more movement back into our body. So begin to let your shoulders and the core of your body come back a little bit, and we're gonna raise our surgical leg first. Just test out how this feels, keeping your hands gripped behind your knee. If this doesn't feel great for you, that's fine, you can meet us on your back. If you do want to start activating the core muscles a little bit, we'll raise both of our feet up from the mat, shins parallel to the mat. Hold for 1, open up the chest, and then release your hands, and we're gonna lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release down onto the mat. We're gonna do that same mini flow 2 more times, tying breath to movement this time. Inhale, arms come up above our head, lace your fingers, exhale, press down. Inhale, reach up, exhale, press down. Inhale, up, exhale, press down. Inhale, reach up, exhale, press down. Inhale, bring your upper legs towards your body and rock along your spine, coming into a seated position. Hands come down next to the hips. Inhale, lift your hips, coming into reverse table, here for 3 breaths. Activate your abdominal muscles, chin tucked into chest, lifting your hips up. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower the hips down, extend the legs long. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll back up to a seated position, and we prepare for boat pose. Option to meet us flat on the mat if your knee's not feeling up to this aspect. Shins come parallel to the mat, hands behind the hamstrings, open the front of the chest, pull your shoulder blades down your back, engage the core, release your hands, and we lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Inhale, arms reach up above our head, lace your fingers, exhale, press down. Inhale, reach up, 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 exhale, press down. Bring your legs into your body and rock along your spine, coming into a seated position. Hands come down by hips. Grip your feet into the mat. Inhale, hips come up, reverse tabletop, chin tucked into chest. Here for 2 more breaths. Lower your hips down, extend your legs. Inhale, reach up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lengthen and fold. So they come back up into a seated position. Coming into our last boat pose, coming down to the mat for our core work. This time we're going to hold it for the count of 10. Raise your legs up, shins parallel to the mat. Release your hands, and we lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Take a moment here to catch your breath, feeling the weight of your body and just noticing through your legs the strength that you're building, the flexibility you're bringing back, and the range of motion. All right, we're gonna come back up into a seated position and make our way into butterfly pose. So we are gonna use the blocks for support here, making sure to use one block under your surgical leg for sure, and maybe under your non-surgical leg if you've not got a really lot of flexibility within the hips. If you need a bit of extra support, you might use the pillow or bolster underneath your leg, which I'm going to do here. So we're not going to bring our heels really close into our hips. We're more in a diamond position here. We're not in a tight butterfly. So come up nice and tall on your sit bones. Feel your crown reaching up, shoulder blades coming down, and all the nice space you're creating between your shoulders. Make any adjustments as needed here. And then we're going to begin to fold forward into butterfly. If it's feeling like too much, you can always shorten the stance. Your butterfly is probably not going to look now as it did a few before your operation, and it's going to look different again in a few months' time. We're just looking to start opening up our hips again, bringing some space. Let your head hang heavy with a nice curl of your spine. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Slowly begin to push yourself up and out. We're going to make our way towards the wall. Hopefully you have a wall handy to you today. Move our props out of the way because we won't be needing those. And we're going to come into legs up the wall pose. So what we'll do is we'll bring our non-surgical hip close to the wall here. Not touching, but pretty close. And then we're going to let ourselves lie back and swivel our feet up, making our way to have our feet propped up against the wall. Option to leave a slight bend in the knee, but this can also be a nice way to work on the extension of the leg. Let your arms fall wide out to the side in a T. And just take a moment to sink into the pose. Scan through your body. Notice the weight removed from your legs, the increased weight in your hips, the opening of your chest. We'll close our practice here today. Feel free to take all the time you need in legs up the wall pose, allowing your body to rest and recover.